Yes, I understand, but it's just another, another thing in the bag. It can get addressed when it's time to get addressed. It doesn't rank at the
No, the
top of
time is now.
our
No, the
process.
Excuse
time
me.
is
So I
now.
do.
May I say something?
Is it possible?
Before Josh started letting people up here, the first thing he said was to bring proof. Look, I'm tired of all this talking like Josh is. Can somebody please bring up some paperwork? Because I'm ready to bring up mine.
Let's
Okay.
say
Now, first, I would like to address the first thing that was said before it get out of hand, because I don't think people gonna let me talk. Is that the guy? When I came in here, the guy was saying some offensive things. And then he clearly stated, "Well, I don't know," and he was saying, "Convince me." But then he went along and said this whole spiel and rant talking about it, and so
Who,
that's a big
who are you talking
contradiction.
about?
who are you
Okay,
What
talking
are
if,
you talking about?
hold on. Is it possible that I can finish? Is that possible
You
or
can
no?
show facts. You have documents to show?
You
Because I've
just
asked
said it.
everybody in this live. I said if you're going to come up here, have proof with you. I don't want to hear ramble, blah, 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 blah. What proof do you have? What evidence do you have?
Okay, the evidence is that
Wasting my time. Next person. I'm not. I'm tired of it. It's just becoming a rant.
because at
Who
this
has
like
proof? Who has
I
documentation?
hmm?
Anyone has proof or documentation to what they're saying?
I have proof.
Okay, you want me to put the screen? I can put the screen up for you so you can
Wait,
show
hold
your
on a
proof.
second. I'm turning on my computer. I was in bed.
Yeah, because everyone keeps coming up here just rambling with no, you know what I mean? No documents, no whatever. Like,
Hold on. This is every year in Central America. It's called Escapula. Okay.
Miss
You said your
Sharon.
husband is from Central American, right? You said, sir, that your husband is
uh, indigenous. They have them as
is.
indigenous, yeah, indigenous
Mm-hmm.
Mexican, which is like Texas and all that stuff. I guess the border moved or something like that.
And
Let me show you
Miss
the.
Sharon, you not a foreigner, you family, baby. This is
Right.
Turtle Island.
Exactly.
Yeah, Canada, America, South America, Haiti, Jamaica, we all family. So you are not a foreigner, baby. You family.
Okay, well, I've been called that all my life, and I accept it. But like I say, okay, over here, I lived in Mexico, I've lived in Central America, and the only place that I see, and like you're right, you understand, our people gave up our natural religion to become Roman Catholics, to start praying to, and I'm so sorry, whoever this may offend, to start praying to a Jesus and a God and everything else. And I get it, but these are all, how would you say, they are. When they bought our cousins here, because in Latin America we're high on primo. If you're not from my country but you look like me, we're still related somehow. That's where we get the cousin from. That means primo in Spanish. Okay,
Yeah.
now my people are really not even of the Latino. That's a colonization's language. I come from the Taino, called the Caribs. So
Yes, ma'am. Me too.
we speak our own language.
I
Okay, we don't this is of course the colonizers language. I'm hearing the whatever, but I speak, you understand, Spanish. That's the colonizers language. We speak another language. We speak Carib. A lot of the red Caribs, once we started mixing with the black Caribs, we created our own race called Garifuna. There was even fight against the black ones, and I'd hate to say the word black because as I stated to you guys earlier, we have to be careful of the labels we use because they label us so they can categorize us, so they
yep,
can do whatever to us. And then you know what happens in the long run?
yep,
No one pays for our blood and tears.
yep.
Nobody pays for our lives. We are just like animals. And people would look at me and say, and I have this argument with my friends all the time. Oh, I have no white blood in my veins.
Let me ask you
because I'm
something,
from
Miss
a,
Sharon. Let me ask you
yeah.
something. Were
You
y'all
can just
already
call me
there?
Sharon.
Were y'all already there? Because my mama is from Guyana, and all my life, she told me in Guyanese it was nothing but so-called N words. So I'm half Carib. So let me ask you: was you told the same thing I was told? My mom told me we was always there. What about your family?
Let me tell you, the Caribs,
Asking for the
okay,
proof,
are the
though.
indigenous. Where's the proof?
No, they were saying like people are asking like for because I said everybody was going to do like show
Mhm.
documents and stuff about. So that's what people are
Okay,
waiting on.
Caribs, from I know they came from the Lesser Antilles. And then that's another thing here. You know, I'm going to tell you, I went to school here in America for a major part of my life. And I can tell you that when I taught school here, I had to explain to our kids, children of color, I'm teaching you lies because you have to learn the lies so you can pass their test. Okay.
So
So yeah, I'm very
Sharon,
documented.
Sharon, I think
Lesser
what
Antilles Caribs.
I
Okay.
think what Josh is asking for is that is there any resources either from your epistle, is there any resources that we can look at?
I mean, he asking you too.
Here.
I know.
Here,
I
you see?
trust me. I know
Wait,
what
let me
Josh.
turn on my
I know
camera.
what
Hold
Josh
on.
wants. But he's also talking to you too, Saga. While you calling people out, homeboy, he talking to you too, or
Well,
whoever
Here.
talking.
well, hold on. I have
He's
my
a
sources
he's
open
a
right
Okay,
woman.
well,
Do you
pull him
see?
up. Pull him up.
I was
Carib,
just
American Indian
Yeah,
people.
talking.
And
He
I and
okay,
I don't
but
agree.
wait a second. Wait a second. I want to be clear. I don't know where this hostility is coming from. I'm just
Cause
having
leave
a
me
conversation.
alone today. Leave me alone today, please. Leave me alone.
I don't know where this hostility is
Do
coming
you
from. I
guys
was just
see?
talking to
Do you
Josh.
guys see what I'm saying about the Caribs?
Yep, I
All right,
got a
let me
document.
pull
I
it up.
got a
I'm gonna pull up
document, Miss
your
Sharon, that's
screen.
gonna back you up. So what
All
you
right,
saying? I
And
got a
then
document.
also
are
on
you
the
sharing?
island of, yes,
I can't
on
see
the
it.
island of Saint Vincent, this is where the war began with the Caribs.
Ooh, we must got the
Okay?
same document. Ooh, go
Can y'all
ahead.
see it? I
Okay?
can't see it. Y'all see?
No.
No, so you gotta turn your camera on, Miss Sharon.
No, I can't
It's
see it
on. I
either.
turned it on.
No, you gotta press OK. Once you turn it on, press OK or save.
Oh, it says save. I gotta save.
Big
You see
carrots
it?
coming through. Big carrots coming through. Shout out to
The
South
Caribs of
America.
St. Vincent and indigenous resisting during the Age of Revolution. Okay, so historically, the Caribs and the Arawaks have always warred. Okay, those are the indigenous people. But when there was an African slave ship that was, I guess it broke down or something, the slave
Mhm.
ship broke down and the Africans escaped, the Caribs mixed with the Africans, creating a hybrid race. Those are the Garifuna people. Okay, those are my people, a very xenophobic culture. And we were sent to on this island called Baliso. I'll show you guys Baliso. And Baliso was a barren island where we were sent to die.
Backwards for anyone else, or is it just
5,000,
inverted for
5,000
anybody?
people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you repeat your question?
Is it backwards for anybody, or is it just my camera?
It is.
Works for me too.
It's backwards.
It's backwards. I don't know how to change it any other way. I'm sorry. But these are my proofs that I wanted to show you when they sent the Caribs to die in Baliso. If you go there right now and you go to the island of Baliso, our people, and a lot of people are mixed with the indigenous Caribs. A lot. But if you go on the island right now, even to this day, you can still see the bones of the ancestors there. Baliso was an island. It was bought, I think it was on sale for $38 million. But it's actually a graveyard. And so as a result of that, okay, you have my group of people, the Caribs. And it's so sad to me that, I know the topic is people running away from their Africanism. I'm proud to be African.
Yeah.
I don't shame anyone for where they are. We're all different, but we really have to look into our history, and we really have to see that we're really more alike than we are different.
Mhm.
We're more alike than we are different. The
I
natives, the
hear.
indigenous
Let me cut you off.
to America, The indigenous to America, who were labeled as Negro. Excuse me?
1 second, please. I really don't mean to cut you off, but what I asked people for was proof, right? Like documentation that they can actually point to where we can say, okay, we're with you, we're verifying this information.
Mm-hmm. There's too much. You know what? Let me get off this live. Let me get my documentation together, and let me get back in
Now,
touch
Miss
with
Sharon,
you
stay
guys.
here
But
because I got some info that's gonna back you up. Put me on the big screen. Don't worry, Miss Sharon, I got your back. Don't even worry, homegirl. We Indian Karens over here. I got you.
we're sisters.
Facts. I got you.
You're not my
homegirl.
prima.
Facts.
Here comes Esquire Pistol about to come in here and lay some
Hey, I like the way
documents.
Pen be moving. I like the way she be moving.
Wait, do you want her to prove her claim or what she's saying? Is that what?
Be quiet. Here we go. I got two of them.
Asking?
So I'm finna back her up with the about the carrots, and I'm about to show y'all okay. This is what I'm finna do. I'm finna back her up with the carrots, and then I need you to take me out the big screen, and then I'm gonna get my paperwork together because I'm gonna show you
I'm
how
gonna
to
leave you up for a
genocide
moment.
does.
I'm gonna leave you up for a moment because I need to have this conference call really quick with a client. I'll be back. Don't do anything too crazy, but you can
Okay,
educate.
I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. Okay, so this is by scholarshipcompass.vcu.edu. Okay, so you was right on point. So this is exactly what they do. Here you go. An example from the West Indies is especially illuminating. In 1764, William Young was sent to Saint Vicente as a part of the British occupation of that island. Living on Saint Vicente were about 3,000 black Caribs or free N-words. They were not, that's how they get the paper genociding you, calling you free N-words. These are black Caribs. About 100 red Caribs, or that would be me. The dark-skinned black Caribs are dark-skinned people like my mom. I would be a red Carib. See that? Red. I'm a red Carib. And some 4,000 French and their slaves. According to Young, the British found it difficult to control the Caribs, and wars were fought with them in 1772 and again during 1795 and 1796. During the latter crisis, Young wrote an extremely anti-crab tract designed to prove that the Caribs should be removed from Saint Vicente. They were eventually defeated, and some 5,000 were shipped to an island near the coast of Honduras. Hold on. Young was anxious to prove that these so-called black Americans, that's how they do you. They relabel you. So-called black American, black Caribs were not true Aborigines, but were in fact Negro colonists, free Negroes, or Negro upstarts. Remind you, I didn't say anything about Africans. They are continually calling us Negroes to label us so they could take land. This was important to him because he wanted to show they had no bona fide land rights or original title. That's their whole plan from the get-go. For our purpose, the interesting point omitted by Young is that these so-called blacks or Negroes were occasionally of tawny and mixed complexion because of American ancestry, and that their customs, personal names, and languages were those of the native Caribs. Boy, he's sitting up there trying to tell these people that they are not black Caribs and that they don't have any ties to the land because they want our land. That's the same thing that happened in America, North America. Same thing happened in South America. Not only did they relabel us in North America, they also did the same thing to the Caribs. It's called paper genocide.
I think you're mixing up a lot of things because
I'm not because
So
That's not real. Man, hey man, may I speak real quick? I've been trying to wait patiently, you know what I'm saying, so I can have a
You
few
mixing
words
up
to
a whole
say.
bunch of shit.
I got what?
So I just wanna, and I'm not trying to be combative or anything, but I was doing research as you were as you were explaining this. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. But as I was looking, I was doing Google searches and looking at
That's
various.
your problem. You doing Google search. That's your problem now.
I'm not.
Next
I,
one.
I
Let's
wasn't
get into
finished.
some
I
DNA
wasn't
because I really
finished. I
ain't trying to
wasn't
hear what y'all
finished. I
talking
wasn't
about. If you ain't the
finished. I
host,
wasn't
if
finished.
you ain't the
I wasn't
host or
finished.
Hot
I wasn't
Rod,
finished. I was not
Miss
finished.
Sharon,
Would
I
you
I
really
was
just
want
not
to
be?
hear what
Would
finished.
you
you
talking
just
I
about
was
be
not
today.
have some
finished.
decorum,
I
young
was not
ladies?
finished. I was
So
not.
let's get into it.
I was not.
This is
Let
from
the man finish. Let the
Life
man
I
Among
was
finish.
the
not
Texas
finished.
Indians.
I was
Life
not
Among the
finished.
Texas Indians.
I was not
On
finished.
August the
I
2nd,
was not finished.
1937,
I was not
there was a
Is
finished.
this a
human
monologue
skeleton
or
I wasn't
what?
discovered
finished.
despite
I
it.
was not finished saying what I had to say.
Josh told me to
I
hold
was
this
not
shit
finished.
down. Josh said
No,
hold it down,
no.
so
Well,
that's
then,
why I'm
Let him
have
listening.
some
finish.
decorum.
Let
Have
him
some
finish.
decorum.
On August 2nd, 1937, there was a human skeleton discovered deposited in a
For
service of
someone who's trying to
limestone
educate,
rock
Georgia
in
like to interrupt
Atoka
people.
County. This location being within the boundary of the hunting grounds on which the Comanche Indians were permitted to use as their
It's
hunting
another
grounds for
word.
90
You're
days.
confusing USA history with Caribbean history. I mean, what are you
At the
talking about?
time, this is in Texas, baby. I'm in Texas, okay?
You're
I'm in Texas.
jumping from country to
It
country
don't,
as
you
if it's
goddamn
the
right,
same
because I
thing.
just told you we are
We
Turtle
don't all
Island.
have the same history in the
We are
Americas. You
Turtle
understand that, right?
Island. Yes, we do. We
No,
all the
we
same people.
don't.
It's called Turtle Island.
The
Next.
Caribbean it has a
You was the
complex
Please
host,
stop.
history.
actually. What is
Please
you
stop
talking about?
talking. You're already a confused person. Look at your
You're
profile
the one
picture.
You're
that's
Look in your
claiming
confused.
voice.
You're confusing
Shut
indigeneity.
him.
up. Damn.
You're
I
It's up
can't
to
confusing
you to
stand
do
him.
that.
confused motherfuckers trying to educate somebody
You're
else
the
and they
one that's
confused as
confused. You're the
fuck.
confused motherfucker that you talking about.
Shit. Anyways, Comanche Indians were permitted to use as their hunting grounds for 90 days. At
What
that time,
tribes?
permission was given. A band of Creek
Like this
Indians
ain't
were hunt in
any
different
historical
locations
bullshit.
in
Like what the
Pittsburgh
fuck?
County without permission,
Y'all just
which
hope ass.
caused
It's
some
crazy.
trouble between the
How are you
Choctaw
jumping from the
and Creek
Caribbean to the
Indians.
USA, from St.
In
Vincent and
all
the Grenadines to the
probability,
Hold on,
the
hold
Like
on.
USA?
Can
Comanche
we
that's a
not
hope
cut
Indians,
people
ass.
at
off
their
so we can
usual
have a
hunting
conversation?
season,
Oh,
camped at this particular place. The human skull and skeleton shows that probably he was an N-word Indian type and indicated that he was shot with a bow and arrow. The
You can't
arrowhead being the
wait a
type
second.
that the
Wait a
Comanche
second.
used.
Hey, but
The
hold
point
on.
You
Let
of
us
the
can't
finish
tell
speaking.
someone
arrowhead
you can't
entering the
tell what
body
someone is by
extends
their
into the
skull.
backbone, and the point of the arrowhead still remains in the backbone of the skeleton. Beads and other ornaments found with the skeleton show that this type of Creek N-word Indian wore in those days. Archaeologists evidence further suggests that the Creek Indians were Negro. Life among the Texas Indians. Huh? So let me show you some Creek Indians. Because every single last one of the Creeks were Negroes. And
No,
Wait,
they
why?
weren't.
Wait
No,
a
they
second.
weren't.
you
Wait a
No, they
think,
second.
weren't. That's a
Why
yes,
are
lie.
they
you
were. Here they
wait a
go,
That's a
right
second.
here.
lie.
Why
I'm
are
going to
you
show
using
you
TikTok?
Creek,
You a liar.
full-blooded Creek
You a
Why are you
liar.
using
Indians.
TikTok for your
You a
evidence?
liar. You're a straight
Where
Hey,
liar.
we
this
at?
this is
Boop,
my
All of
boop,
quick
this
boop,
stuff
boop,
is
question. You know
boop,
what I'm
lying.
boop, boop,
saying?
boop, boop,
see, this
boop,
is
boop,
why
boop,
some
boop, boop.
Africans confuse people.
Hey, this is
That's
my
really
quick
what it
question though.
is.
What is the uproar amongst Native Americans? Why are they so keen on denying dark-skinned people, dark brown people, from being indigenous to this land? Like, what is
Y'all
They're
There's
was
that?
not
not.
no
Like,
They're
why
proof.
indigenous
is
to
not.
that
this
a
There's
They're
no
not.
problem?
land.
proof.
That's
They're
my
There's
not.
no
question. Like,
proof.
why is
You're
that a
They're
lying.
Y'all
problem?
was
not.
That's a
not indigenous
lie.
to this
Where are
land.
they? They
That's a
are
lie.
Afro-indigenous peoples. They're not denying they're
No,
indigenated.
no, no,
Here we
no,
go.
no.
Here go the creeks right here. These are all the creeks. You can look these people up. These are creeks, the pyramids.
Josh.
And
All
they,
black people.
and a lot of
Creeks.
them are mixed with
Creeks.
African. They're
They're
mixed
not
with
mixed.
Exactly.
African.
These are not
Exactly.
mixed people.
They
These are
mix.
creeks. This man
They
right here
are
look just like
mixed.
my
Hey,
dad.
so check
The
this
These
out.
people look
Garifuna
So
just
are
Your
it's
like my
daddy,
it's a
mixed.
your
dad.
known
daddy got
fact.
African in him.
They
Your
No,
Bro,
daddy
you
got
it's a
don't.
known
African in him.
fact that there were dark-skinned people. It's a known fact
Dark
that
skin,
both.
man. That's
It's
a
a known
word
Listen, bro.
fact.
Listen,
semantics, bro.
bro. Hey,
You
may I
just being
Saying
speak
it's a known
without you
semantic.
fact doesn't
That's
interrupting
make
me?
it a
word
known fact.
semantics.
Man, hey, why
Nobody
can't we
playing
have
no
a normal
goddamn
civil
word
discourse,
semantics.
bro?
Y'all like to use those words and try to make them seem
Bro,
like it's for Africans. Yeah, it's dark people all around the world. They ain't
exactly, and
necessarily
it's always
African.
Y'all want to
been
be
dark people
everything
all
but
around the
African.
world.
Yeah,
Shouldn't even let your
It's
ass up
okay.
here.
you just scared. Don't be scared because you
Shit.
over
I
here.
ain't
Bro,
never seen
listen, hey,
somebody talking
listen,
about
Y'all
listen
want
somebody
up,
but
bro.
you.
You's a
Talking about they
liar.
want to be everything
You's a
but
liar.
black.
You's
And
a
you want to be
liar.
every
Don't
goddamn
confuse
thing
You's a
but a
liar.
Caribbean
grown
history
ass
with US
man.
history.
That's
Don't tell me what I
exactly.
am.
We grown
Shit,
men
shut
over
your
here.
ass
We know
up.
the truth. Y'all little
Bro,
kids
but
just
hey, act
lying,
like a grown man and let
playing,
somebody
playing,
else speak
playing
and
ignorant.
answer
cowboys
your
Y'all
and
don't have
piece,
an
Indians.
okay?
education, and y'all think y'all know stuff, and y'all don't.
Y'all, yeah, they
And you
playing
don't know
cowboys and
either.
Indians.
What
I
They
makes
just
you a
playing
know.
woman?
cowboys and
What
Indians.
makes
It
you a
only takes
woman?
Google searching a
What
Google
makes you a
scholar.
woman?
Oh, I
Tell
have
me
It
that.
time
only
for
takes
laughing
good
out loud
searching
like
Google
that.
What
search.
makes you
Google
a
search a
woman?
No,
Google
what
scholar.
makes you a woman?
This pussy, this wet
What
pussy.
makes you
Is
Yeah,
that
this
what
what it's
wet
makes you
called?
pussy.
indigenous?
And
Is that
these
what
Where's
it's
your
females
called?
language?
that I
What
pushed
tribe?
out.
Transphobic.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
tribe. Where's the
Yeah.
language?
Ignorant you
Where's the
are.
tribe from?
That's
Shit.
ignorant.
Fuck out of
Ken
here.
do got a point.
Ignorance. That's stupid
Hey,
Y'all
man,
ignorance.
pissed me
listen up,
because I'm
bro. Like,
right.
so check this out, man. Like, one person has a right to say what they're going to say, and then somebody else speak. We can't all speak at the same time. Let me just say that and get that out the way first. So back to my question, like as I was saying, like, why is it so hard to believe when it's documented that people came here and saw dark skinned people, they saw brown people, I guess, or no, they saw dark brown people, they saw light brown people, toast colored, and they also saw people who appeared as white. So, like, what is so hard for like Native Americans to understand that there were dark skinned people, my complexion and the complexion of those pictures, and darker here in this land as well?
So can I ask you a fair?
No, we need proof. Is Josh back? Because Josh said he want proof.
Stop
I
speaking
saw
over people.
proof.
What the fuck is
Where's
your
the
problem?
next proof at?
What the fuck
Bro,
is your problem? Stop
Mods,
speaking.
where you at? Josh
Because it's
just
about
said show proof
it's
or get to
there.
knocking these people off. Come on now, they not showing no proof.
Stop speaking.
You
I
ain't
think
showing
he
no
on that
proof.
And his
conference
big
call, he
ass up here
said.
just
What the
You're
talking.
not
fuck is
He
wrong
showing
ain't
any
show no
proof.
proof
None of
that his
that
big
stuff
size
is
13
for
Yeah, I don't
was
see the
next to
None
proof.
of
his.
that
You're
stuff
corny
is
ass.
yours. None of that stuff represents you, dummy.
But she's
Damn.
providing source information.
I'm a Negro,
That's
ain't it?
nothing.
I'm a
That's
Negro,
She's
nothing.
huh?
confusing.
That's
She's
nothing.
I'm a
That
confusing
is
Negro, right?
different.
nothing.
I'm a Negro, right? I just read about
Yeah. No,
Negroes.
you're
I'm a Negro and I
African.
just
You're
read
You
about
are.
African
Negroes.
Yes,
American.
you are Negro.
All
You're
right, so
African
hey, I
Okay,
have
American.
a
well, pull your
question for you,
documents
Black
out.
First. Black
Mm-hmm.
First, I have a question for you then. So
Go
check
ahead.
this out. Why are there ship manifests that list an American Negro, an African Negro, a Creole Negro, if if Africans are the
So,
only Negroes?
Hot Rod, I wanna speak to you
What
and
ship
expound.
manifest show that shit, bro?
I wanna
There are
Show
plenty
me.
of them, man. Like
No.
there are
Tell
plenty
me.
of ship
No,
manifests
it's
from
not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You
Because
show
as early
proof
as
no,
that
it is
1600s.
not
They're
any of
not.
so
that
hot.
shows
Well,
those
then
Oh
particular.
my
I
God.
would encourage you to do more research
Oh
then before
well,
you
no.
start
Don't
making
tell
these
me to do
claims.
more research,
show
bro.
the proof. Show the proof. We
Don't
didn't
tell
come up
me
here to
This
that.
is
argue.
so
Show the
That's
unproductive.
proof.
bullshit. That's conjecture. You
How are
don't
you
even.
indigenous?
You don't have nothing that show that
All black
shit,
people
bro.
are indigenous. All
The
black people
fuck?
are indigenous.
No,
Don't
they're
matter what
not.
they
No, they're
are.
not. Not to this
Because
They're
man.
indigenous
black
to
people were the
Africa.
first race on this earth.
They're
So it don't
indigenous to
matter if
What
they
are
Africa.
you
are from
talking
Africa.
about? From which tribe?
Stupid.
They're indigenous to Africa. So Hot Rod, I wanna ask because I have my sources here. I wanna ask you. Where are you getting this information from so I can look it up? That's all I wanted to ask
The
you.
very white man that
Man,
they hate.
like
The very
there's
white man that they hate. That's where they getting this information from, though.
man, I actually
White man.
I
The
actually
very
read
white
and
man.
like do
'Cause-
research, man, like other than just make bogus claims and try to overtalk people like
I
as if
understand.
that
I
makes a
understand
point
that.
clear.
Whatever.
I
But man,
understand
The
that.
very
there's
white
a
man that they
author.
hate.
Hot Rod, I
So
understand
I
that.
mean, I can answer your question if he's gonna talk every time that I talk. I mean, like that right
Go
there
ahead.
is just pure ignorance, but I
Well, just
digress.
I
Um
hold on. I understand that. I just want to know where so I could just look it up real quick. That's all I
Same,
want.
same.
There's an author named C.S. Rafinesque, Constantine Samuel Rafinesque, who wrote a book, Atlantic Journal and Friend of Knowledge, Volume 1. That's a book.
So I'm looking
There's
for
also an author named
so spec-
J.H. McCullough.
so specifically I'm looking for archaeologist research. I'm looking for scholarly articles and studies and data
Yeah,
specifically.
these are like you. I don't know if you know, but like before, like prior to what is it? Prior to the Revolutionary War, like people coming here weren't known as scientists; they were
Wait,
called
wait, 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 wait,
naturalists.
wait, wait. I need those papers because I don't want to hear claims at this point. I
Well, I'm
understand.
trying to give you the information, but
I
like I have
understand.
to give you like a little. I have to give you
You
like
don't
a
have to give
little
me that. You don't have
information,
to give me that. Just tell me where I can
before
find
I
it.
give you like
You don't
that
have
source,
to
so
give
that way
me
you can
that.
understand what I'm saying. Because
I,
like
I,
they weren't.
I will. I'm very intelligent. I can comprehend very well. Just give me where it is, and I can look at it and read it.
Okay, C.S. Rafinesque, Atlantic Journal and Friend of Knowledge, Volume 1.
Are these books like by just like
Yes, that's a book. That's what I
who?
was saying. Like, if you would let me explain to you,
I'm,
then like you will understand
hold
what
on.
I'm like.
One
You will
second.
understand why it's called that.
One second.
I'll
Who?
type it in. I'll type it in the comments for you if you need me to, though. I mean, that's what it is.
Type in the authors' names in the comments, and I'll look up the authors to see if they have any credentials.
So I'm typing it now. There's another one called J.H. McCullough. And there's also a man named James Adair who lived with the Choctaw for 40 years prior to the American Revolution.
I'm just waiting on the names so I can make sure that I can like put in the names. Okay, let me.
I typed three different names, so that way you can go and do research that you need to do. I'm surprised like a lot of people haven't even like read these things before. Have you heard
Well,
of
I
John
just
Smith?
want to know because like this is what you're giving me. I don't know if these people are historians or not. So I'm just gonna
No,
look.
they
I'm
were
gonna hold
people who
on,
came and saw this
hold
information
on,
firsthand.
hold on. I'm gonna wait. So these are people that saw. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, these were people who were actually coming here when this was still territories. You know, like states west of the Mississippi River were still considered territories and weren't even states yet. Like when this was like mostly wilderness.
Give me 1 second.
So I mean, it's going to be hard to like basically verify any of their credentials because a lot of these people were polymaths or polymaths. Like a lot of these people were self-taught.
So you're saying J.H. McCullough was there.
You're saying J.H. McCullough
Oh,
was
someone got a bad echo.
you're saying J.H.
Whoever has that echo has to mute. You have to mute, babe. Mute. So you're saying that this person was there. J.H. McCullough was there.
Yes. James Adair lived with the Choctaw for 40 years prior to the American Revolution.
1 second.
Yes, let me type that name again for you then. I don't know if you've been like reading the comments and looking at the names that I've been typing.
I see, but I can
just
only,
in an effort so that way you can have the information that you need. But there's also John Smith. I mean that's a pretty famous explorer right there, right? And he was not a educated man at all, but he came here and he saw with his own eyes. You know what I'm saying? What he saw, and he wrote back to his liege lord, describing what he saw.
what was the name of his book?
Name of whose book?
The J.H. person.
J.H. McCullough. Let me see. Just give me a moment. I'll look that up for you real quick.
Because I can't find not a single article that talks about what he found. So I'm just gonna look up a book and see if I can find an excerpt or something. Am I crazy? Didn't he just say the book's name?
No, I didn't mention the book of J.H. McCullough. I mentioned the book of C.S. Rafinesque.
So who is okay? So that's my question. Who is J.H. McCullough then?
J.H. McCullough, he was an explorer. I mean, these people were like all naturalists. That's what scientists were called back during that time period. They were identified as naturalists, and a lot of them were polymaths or people who taught themselves.
What did y'all do while I was gone? Lord have mercy.
Okay, so I'm not even joking.
It's called An Indigenous People's History.
Hold on, 1 second. I'm not even joking. I'm trying to be so dead ass for real because I genuinely care about accurate information. This person doesn't seem like they exist. Because I'm looking through Google, I'm looking for articles, I'm looking for papers, I look through Google Scholar. I can't find out a single thing on this person.
All right, so the name of it, you wanted the name of his the work that I'm speaking of, right? It's called An Indigenous People's History.
Okay, an indigenous
You
people's
got,
history. Let me look it up.
yeah, have your facts and proof.
An indigenous people's history is by Roxanne DeBar Ortiz.
Yeah, that's what I found.
What does this have to do with J.H. McCullough?
Hello.
J.H. McCullough describes the Quapaw, but he
Well,
basically
I'm not.
says that
I'm.
they're as dark
I'm
as the Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Caddo.
Which profile? Who's speaking? I can't see who's speaking. Who's speaking?
Hot Rod, bro, right here. Down
I'm
here,
gonna give you the
second
screen.
from the bottom.
You're gonna show us your proof, right? All right. So show us your proof.
So I'm a keep it a buck. I don't think this person exists.
J.H. McCullough, well, you just have to do your research.
All
I'm
right. Show
looking.
us your proof,
I'm
please.
genuinely trying. Like, I want to be graceful and gracious in this moment. I'm genuinely trying. I don't think this person exists.
I just got
Hot
in. I'm
Rod.
trying to figure out like what
Yeah, bro, I'm trying
like
to
what is the
figure out how
debate
do I
about.
pull it. I'm trying to figure out how do I
Hold
load it up
on.
onto the screen.
Hold on. Hold on. Now that I'm back, let me clarify for people again. If you're coming up here to make claims, I want your proof on the screen.
Yeah, like
So
I
put
wasn't
your
even
proof.
coming up here like to just
Okay,
indulge
let
in
me
this
drop
entire
you.
conversation.
All
I
right.
just really wanted to say
Thank
a
you
few
very much.
things.
I appreciate your time. You have a wonderful day. Whoever else is next, please have proof on the screen when you want to talk about it.
Maybe I'm spelling his name wrong. Let me give it one more try. Maybe I'm just spelling his name wrong.
You don't come to court and ask the judge to go look up something. You know what I mean? You bring your facts to the court. So you supposed to have that information. Don't say, hey, Your Honor, Google this. No. Bring the damn evidence that you have and the facts.
What's the main debate about? I just got in.
Lord have mercy, brother.
Because I keep hearing y'all going from subject to subject, different subjects, and I'm lost. Like, which one of y'all gonna stick to? Because I'm reading what you got on the screen, but what y'all talking
That's my
about is
problem.
nothing.
I don't know what everybody else was talking about, but that's my question's there. So do you have anything you
That's
want
what
to
I'm
say?
trying to see.
Do you have anything you want to say on that? And do you have any proof you want to say with that?
What I have to say on that, well, I don't have any proof, but I do have something to say on the question and say, why are descendants of Black American chattel slavery claiming indigenous and rejecting Africa? For one, I'm gonna just tell you something. Each African, what you would call an African American, because that's a man-made name too.
If you don't have any proof, I don't want you speaking on it.
Oh, I'm finna give you proof. I'm finna give you
Okay,
proof.
let me put the screen up. Please show us.
My
I didn't
proof
drop
is
you. This meeting, I didn't drop you. I didn't drop you. Maybe one of my mods did. I didn't drop.
Let me
well,
see.
the proof is you can ask every melanated person on this live can go back and ask at least their great grandmother,
That is not proof.
about.
All right. Dropped. All right, who's next?
So I think.
We call that hearsay, sir. My grandmother told me. My grandmother said.
Right, that's crazy.
Jenny from the block told me that, I told y'all I was going to bump like this. You can't do that. That's what, show me the proof.
Why would you say that?
I wanted to look at the timelines he was talking about, because when he was talking about the American Revolution time period before that, people had already had the chance to intermix for like hundreds of years. So if someone's seen mixed people amongst native people, I mean, that would have been common during the time period.
Okay, so who was that? I don't even see it. Is that like with the war sign or whatever that is?
Excuse me, Josh. They dropped Pen. Can you bring her back?
One of my mods did that, but what was going on with? Was it getting too heated? What was going
She
on?
was just taking up for us, like always.
Monologue by her, basically. Like we
It
weren't
was a
agreeing with each other.
monologue, and they were being transphobic.
No, she
Oh, okay,
wasn't.
we're gonna keep it out then.
She was being
We're gonna keep it
transphobic.
out
She
right
was
now.
specifically what other trans person is in here that they were referring to? Let's be real. Let's be dead ass.
The
Like what the fuck?
trans was being racist. The trans was being very racist.
The
Well,
trans is
she's not the
crazy.
trans. Don't call her
She
that.
was being very racist.
I wasn't being racist. What did I say? Racist? Quickly.
That we
Quickly.
were Indians. That we shouldn't be claiming Indians, and you don't
You
have
shouldn't.
any.
You shouldn't. You should not
But
be
Josh
claiming. You should
said,
not be
bring up
claiming indigenous.
proof. Bring
Unless
up
All right,
proof.
you're
Indian
an
business.
Afro.
Show us your
Unless you're
proof
an
right
Afro.
now. Okay, come on, let's go Indian business. Show us your
Let's
proof.
go.
Okay, here I go. Hold on.
Oh, someone said that
Hello
she was.
guys, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing
All right,
good.
we're good. We're waiting on proof right now. You can after her, you can go.
Okay, here I go. I was on the document, but I had to get off. Just 1 second. Here's the document right here. Let me see.
Everybody want to be everything but themselves. Is that setting me?
See, that's what he was saying earlier, sir. And it's okay for him to identify as he want.
Hold on,
Nobody
wait. What are you
messing with
talking
him.
about him? Hold on, wait. Hold
I
on.
mean, her.
I'm gonna
My
drop
bad.
you.
I'm
We're not.
sorry.
Nope,
That's
I
the
nope, nope,
thing
You're
about
nope.
not.
You're out of here.
Liberia.
You're
I,
not.
You're out of here.
I
I'm sorry.
apologize.
I do not tolerate. Nope, I do not tolerate that. Absolutely not. Who's next?
Yeah, I'm next, but like I'm an African, so I don't know whether you guys accept us speaking in your panel. So
I mean, if you have something with proof that you want to talk on the subject.
yeah,
At
I
at this
just
point, I'm not
wanna
even
contribute some
but I want to get to fact check. If y'all have
something on your topic because I see like a lot of African
What proof
American
do you
can.
have? Do you have documents ready for me? Let me pull the screen up for you. Show us your proof and documents. What evidence do you have other than hearsay?
Yeah, okay. I don't know what type of proof you need, like documents
Okay.
written
All
by
right. Well, I
people.
appreciate your time for coming up. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, sir. All right. Who's next?
Can I go next? Black first.
Okay. I'll pull you up to the screen.
So this is Dr. Rick Kettles, the owner, the Black African American owner of African Ancestry. It's just a few minutes, so I just want to play this for y'all.
How do you
This
spell
is
kettles? How do you spell kettles?
Kittles. He owns African Ancestry.
Right here. This is the elephant in the room right here. Specifically in the conscious community. You about to ask what I was going to ask. I just need to know.
Can y'all hear that?
Based off of...
No, I'm wait. We can't see anything. What is this?
Oh, I'm showing the video of Dr. Kettles in his interview.
Your camera's not on, hon.
I
Camera's
thought I
not
pressed it on.
We need to know that. We have
It's not. Is it on now?
No.
Hold on.
No.
You gotta press save.
Oh, okay. Save. Okay, cool. There you go. Is that it?
Okay. Before you press play of this person that I don't know who he is, what is it that you're trying to get? What are you trying to prove with this video?
This guy is Rick Kettles. He's the owner of Ancestry.com, who does the DNA test for a lot of people. Now, the question going to be posed to him is Africans or African Americans indigenous to this land, and he's going to give us flat out answer for it. So it's only going to take a few
He's a
seconds.
doctor with credentials and everything that you're going to show, right?
Yeah, he owns the company. He's a biologist and genealogist.
All right, so just make sure you show that at next.
Okay.
Those
Let me
credentials.
show. Okay, right. Let me pull up his profile right quick.
I'm not seeing anything. Oh wait, I'm in books.
No. I just want you said pull it up. I got you, brother. That's all I'm trying to do. It's time to debunk all of this stuff for once and all, man.
Let's see. Biologist, specialized in human research,
You pulled it up?
medicine.
Is it okay to play?
Go
Okay.
ahead and play it. Go
He
ahead and play the video.
so Josh, he is credentialed.
Okay.
Can we talk about that? Are African Americans, Native Americans, are we closely related? I mean, we'll talk to us about that, sir. I need that.
No, that is a misnomer, a falsehood, an outright lie. Okay, that's exactly what that is. We are not the original Native American. There is a history that Native Americans have, and actually, it's disrespectful for African Americans to go out and say that they're Native American.
Period.
Period. Thousands of years. I mean, Native Americans are descendants of Asians who came here, who migrated here. And we have the archaeology, we have the biological anthropology, we have the genetics, fossils, everything is there, show and prove, okay? So there is no debate on that. We look at Native American population. They were at one point very large with the settlement and the arrival and settlement of Europeans. Those populations were brought down to very few numbers. And so the genetic diversity, the biological diversity, the cultural diversity was lost, okay? But they were not of recent African descent, okay? Those Native Americans were not. Now, for some reason, there are African Americans who are here I don't know.
Can't hear anything.
For what outside of maybe trying to get some money?
It's going in and out.
Yeah, it's going in and out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh no, we can't.
Does he have a peer review report that we can go to? A written report?
He might have one, he might not. It depends. But he is credentialed. He is a PhD, and he works with the. I just had it. He works with the. He's the senior vice president for the research at the Morehouse School of Medicine.
Oh, okay. All right. Morehouse. Okay. And he's saying that. So am I hearing that right? Where he's saying that, did he say black people here are not indigenous? Did I hear that right?
They said they're not indigenous.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Exactly. They're not indigenous. They're not Aboriginal.
Okay. All right. So we have a doctor credentialed from Morehouse that has said that. So let me.
So shout out. Oh, did they leave? I'm sorry. Well, come back because you was eating that up. You ate that the fuck up.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Okay. A Morehouse credentialed doctor telling you all that right there.
May I please say something about that? Because they say that they didn't migrate from Asia.
We didn't.
And he just said that they migrated. So
that's old information.
I'm only talking to Josh. Josh, to be fair, if they take the information that we aren't natives, they also have to take the information that they migrated. To be fair, right, Josh?
All right, I got you on the screen.
Okay.
You called me a coon and a savage not too long ago.
Just
He called me a monkey too.
Let's see the evidence.
This not who y'all think it is, okay?
Wait, who did you call a monkey?
I didn't.
He called me.
Y'all know we have the same label. It's too late. We have the same label, okay?
Why are you using slurs against minorities in the first place when you're one?
He is not. He think he talking about somebody else because we got the same profile picture. He not.
Your name is Pen X. I know who you are.
Y'all, just show the. Let's just see the evidence, please.
Hey, I'm back.
That's crazy.
Josh, I'm back up here. So,
Okay, here we go. This is the Journal of the N-Word History by Carter G. Woodson.
I'm sorry, and I'm not even trying to be mean or nothing. I'm really not. I promise.
But can I please keep going? I don't like to be interrupted once I go. I get into my mood and I just gotta keep it going.
One second.
Okay, Josh, can I please not be interrupted? I'm just trying to get it over with, Josh.
Josh, I'm gonna speak to Josh then. Josh, I just have to ask a favor because these are all everything that they've been showing thus far since they were on their other account.
Well, Josh, I'm going
Hold on,
to.
Josh.
So let me show it.
One
Josh,
second.
she haven't showed.
Hold on, wait.
Of things
This
that
is my video of my
one
book.
again.
See? This is my book. I actually have this book, but this is on my page.
So they've been showing videos on their page that has like various.
But this is my book, though. I have this book.
I'm not finished.
But Josh, why hasn't she showed anything?
Lord.
All right, let's just quickly see what. Let's just quickly see what this person has. Go ahead and show what you got.
Thank you. The Journal of N-Word History by Carter G. Woodson. Jesus. Okay. Now, this book is basically about government census documents, okay? Not only did they record the census, they recorded who were labeled as B or mulatto. So let's get into it. In 1850, U.S. Census enumerators were instructed in enumerating colored persons to write B or M in the space on the schedule. The B presumably stood for black or the M for mulatto, although mixed seems to be the more correct modern rendering. Because you know, mulatto is supposed to be for mixed people, but keep up with me. Watch how they paper genocide you. In both 1850 and 1860, these racial terms were not defined by the census officials. In Virginia, one finds that all the Indians on the central Tidewater County were classified as M. Remember, M is for mulatto, okay? Including the residents of the Pamunkey and Matapi. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but Mataponi reservations, with a few exceptions in King William County, where one or two were classified as B for black. So this is basically saying that they are classifying full-bred Indians as black or a mulatto. And if you want to, Josh, you can go and you can look these census up. Now, let me show you, for instance, of how they did it. Because I have real, okay? Hold on. I have real deal census.
So the same information that you're showing us.
Okay, so if you see my screen, correct? Okay, you can see the last name. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Look at that last name, okay? And then you see all of those say M, but at the top was changed from an M to a B. Okay, remember that last name? Because I'm gonna show you something else. Just 1 second. Hold on.
What was the last name? I couldn't see it. Oh, you ain't gonna tell us that, are you?
1 second. I'm in my mode.
What's the last name?
You're gonna see. Okay. So now let's go to some more government records. Okay. And this government record
There's
right
somebody
here,
else's.
it's the Natural Archives, and that last name was
Archives.
whatever. That last name was Wyatt, and we're gonna go to full-blooded. Remind you, they were all labeled mulattoes, correct? Correct. But if you go to the Dawes Roll, that's why it's good to do your genealogy. It's so good. You're gonna learn so much shit that your family went to. So this is why a lot of so-called Black Americans say they're Choctaw, because this is how big that nation was. See how big this list is? This is also a government list.
You know what? Let's actually test that. Everyone in here that believe they're
we already did that, baby. You're late. We already did that. We did that
everyone that believes they're
almost every live. But hold on. You want to look up your last name? We can look up your last name.
It's funny how you can't let someone finish. It's funny how you can't never do that. Just not once.
Well, nobody let me finish.
Never does.
Okay, and go.
Talk and talk and talk.
What is that?
So,
that's
me.
So
yeah.
That's a ding. Okay.
Josh, can we
What?
have a 2-minute
What?
period?
What
Josh,
did
can
you
we have a
just do?
2-minute
You see
period?
what I mean? You see what I mean? She just
What
said
did
ding
you
ding ding.
say?
And you are
Okay,
and
and then here
and what are
is
you? What are
here
you? Wanna
is
be Indian? You wish you were Indian. You seen that? You
Cherokee
see
by
what she
blood.
just did?
Do y'all
Don't
see?
come for Indians. Don't come for
Do
Indians.
y'all see what
Yeah,
I
the
went to
real
Cherokee by
Indian.
blood? And it, oh wait, oh dang it,
So
I'm a little high. My bad. It's Choctaw. My bad. I'm a
let's
little
keep it a
high.
bug. Since you're saying that this is all documented and it can be used in blood research, let's test that theory. If
Okay,
y'all
hold on.
if all of y'all are saying that y'all are indigenous, please take a repeat test or a DNA test quickly.
I don't believe in DNA
Oh, that's
tests.
Mississippi Choctaw. I know it's a lot of Choctaws in here. Okay, and right here.
Take a DNA
So
test quickly.
I told you that.
Are
Damn,
you assuming
my
everyone
bad.
is Choctaw
And
by
right
that
here,
last
Josh,
name?
as you can see, the name, I don't want to give out the first name, but it's a little blurry. But Wyatt is on full breed Choctaw. Oh, and you just seen that census that changed them from mulatto, and then the top they changed to black, but they are all on full bred Choctaw. And I can send you the link and everything.
So you're assuming everybody with that last name is Choctaw?
Yeah, that's her point.
Because
And
Why
furthermore,
is she even on the panel? Like,
What's your
I
last?
can't
What's our
believe
last
people
name?
even allow her
What's your
freaking
LJ?
platform.
What's your
She's
last name?
my last name's Hunt. You can look up all my people on the Special Indians
Oh yeah,
population of Robertson
you
County.
had black, so you good. Okay, Lotus, what's your last name? Let's look up your
I'm not
last name.
giving
Let's
you
test
my
it.
last
You
name.
so right,
Hell no.
Sago. Let's test it. You so
You
right,
ain't
Sago.
getting my
Let's test
last
it.
name.
So yeah, LJ, you good
No.
because you have black. So yes, your last name is on there.
Half African, half
Can
African,
I please get your last name, Lotus? What's your
half
last name? Let's see.
half
Let's see if your
African.
people on here. Let's see
No.
if your people on
Hey
here.
Josh.
No,
Hey Josh.
no.
Yeah,
Josh,
you're
can
very
somebody else
racist.
go, Josh?
You don't want. This
Josh.
is the. What are you? How is
Yeah.
this?
I don't need to give
So,
you
Crystal,
nothing.
I want
This
to
the
understand.
Choctaw
So,
full blood
you're
list.
actually able to pull
Barnett.
up.
Let's
You're
look up
actually able to pull
Barnett.
up. Are you able to? You're showing that if someone gives you their last name, you can pull up if they're part of that tribe. Is that what you're saying?
No, actually, but since they want to go there, I can't do that. But no, that's not what I was saying. The reason why I had my hand is
well,
because
if
I
you
didn't want
can't
y'all
do
to
that,
think.
let's see it.
Since I had my name right there,
I
my
mean,
hand
if
right
you
there.
can't do
I
that,
don't want to give the full name out, but I was showing that they were on the census as mulatto, but on here as full blood Choctaw by blood. That's
Hey,
what I'm saying.
I got a
But if
question. I
y'all
got a
want to
question.
do that, I can do that because I have two
I
people right
understand
now
that
asking
makes
for
sense.
Barnett.
I got you. Thank you for that makes sense. So basically you're showing that there are people that were not categorized correctly that were actually
Paper genocide, yes.
Right.
That is
I
paper
see what
genocide.
you're saying. All right.
Hey
Okay,
Josh.
can
All
I
right,
do
I'm
one more
gonna
thing?
let
Yeah.
someone else in, okay?
Can
Yeah,
I do
Josh.
one more thing?
Josh. No, come on, babe. Just wait a
Well, you
little
can
bit.
come back.
Wait
Well,
a
I'll
little bit.
cycle you back in later. Let me let someone else get up. But I got your point.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
All right.
Okay,
Big. All right.
Josh.
Barnett,
I
whoever
got a
Barnett, you want a
Josh.
Choctaw, Barnett.
I
Yeah.
got a quick question, Josh. Check this out. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear
Yeah.
me?
You want me to bring
yes.
you on the screen?
Cool. Yeah, I'm the one who showed y'all what the doctor said.
Okay.
All right. So I want to ask.
They so pissy in the comments. Girl,
Yeah, I
hush.
want to ask the panel something, and this is for the African Americans up here. If today this government changed the census, like when we go out here and we registering to vote, and we're registering or trying to get a job application, whatever, we fill out a job application. Now we all been African Americans our entire life. And if the government came and said, hey, from now on, y'all got to classify yourselves as white on paper, right? You can walk around this world freely as you are, but on paper, you are considered white. Will you, and I'm asking everybody on this panel, will you forget your Africanism, your African Americanism? Will that, because now you're classified as white, are you going to forget the person that you've been for your entire life?
Nope.
No, you're not.
No.
So that's for the panel. Can the panel, what about the people in the chat? Please tell me, will you forget who you are? Nobody in their right mind, even those people that were classified back in those days have ever forgotten who they are. And they will never forget who they are. And then when you talk to these people, man, this is the crazy part about it. They want to use words like paper genocide as if it actually happened when they ran through Rwanda and killed all of them Rwandans, murdered all of these people. This is ridiculous.
Be respectful, y'all. Be respectful. Be respectful. Come on, be respectful, y'all. Come on.
See, but this is what they do, man. They've gotten out here under this Dane Calloway, under this Top Cats chief, whatever the hell his name, Aboriginal Power, A1, Cuddy, all of these different
When is
dudes.
Omar? When is Dr. Umar gonna build his school?
Hold up. All of these dudes have gone out here and brainwashed these kids. And guess what? I'm gonna ask you one more question since you keep on bringing up all this stuff and you couldn't even pronounce the word archive. What grade level did you graduate from?
First. When Dr. Umar gonna build his school?
And 90% of them only have a middle school education.
Well, we're not going to do that, though. We're not going to do that.
Okay,
We're not going to do that. I'm not going to let that happen.
When is Dr. Umar going to build his school? He been saying he was going to build his school since like about 2008.
Well, Dr. Umar, and look, this is another tactic, right? When we get on a particular point, they want to run through the stop sign. They don't want to follow the doggone laws and the rules.
So
they want to be what they want to be.
Sir, what other proof? Because I didn't like what you just did.
I can't take that back.
You can't attack the education.
I got a lot of them.
People can say that black fathers aren't in the household, so you can't come at a black woman.
As a black father in his household, I could defend myself.
I'm saying the majority, a good significant amount. So I can't let you on here just trying to drag someone's education.
I'm not trying to drag. I asked her a question. I did not drag her. I asked
the way you did it was trying to drag her education.
No, I did not. I wanted to know what
you can't pronounce archive, and then you went into another way. You're gaslighting right now, but
I'm not. How am I gaslighting? I'm not gaslighting, bro.
All right, have a nice day. You can't do that. Sorry. All right, who's next?
So I want to ask a question to. I'm not saying that name because it's disrespectful to indigenous people, but there was someone in the comments that said that you left at residential schools. Did you do that?
That was B for all. That wasn't me. That was B for all. Y'all know that. Remember we was on the live yesterday. Nuke asked B for all that. That was her. Now come on now. Stop getting us confused. I think that's very racist. So are you saying that all melanated people look alike?
Pen, you are very racist. You showed it earlier today.
Y'all saying these words on my live.
Where your proof at? Where your proof? Nuke needs the big screen.
Indian business me. I'm gonna drop you for a little bit, okay, and then you come back later. Let me let some other people talk. All right, who's next? Who wanted to talk next? Please be respectful.
This is crazy. Like y'all really be a historic. I don't know. Like this is nuts to me.
If I could, I'd like to go next. Next. Hell yeah, you let me host. What's up, Joshua? So this book that I'm showing it's going to show how the Aboriginals are the original people of North America. Is written by.
I can't hear you, hon.
You went out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So this book is going to show how the people of America were actually dark-skinned and how they tie into Israel, right? And this is written by a man by the name of George Jones, and it's to the Archbishop of Canterbury, right? And there he is right there. Y'all can Google George Jones yourself.
Who is George
Google him yourself. He's a theologist, right? And he was the agent sent on behalf of the Duke of Canterbury.
I don't think that's a valid. That's a very weird source. So theologist is not someone who's like.
But hold on. Let me just read my source. Let me read my book. Let me read my book. This book is in the Library of Congress. Hold on. This book is in the Library of Congress. I just wanted to read a paragraph from the first page,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Being that it's in the Library of Congress, it's an actual accepted book, you know, from the Tyrian era, right? All right, so we're gonna read this page right here, the Tyrian era. Okay. In the prefatory remarks to the following work upon the chieftain Tecumseh, the following language is used, and we avail ourselves of the privilege of extracting from our own storehouse materials for the commencement of this new historical campaign. The courteous reader, in tracing the fate of Tecumseh as depicted in the pages in his life, will not fail to observe the strong analogy between the religious sentiments of the chief of the forest and those of the ancient Hebrews. The language is uttered by Tecumseh is not written by the pen of fiction, merely to uphold a theory of the brain, but gathered from the archives of a people's history to support a theory of apparent truth. The present writer will not